Hello, I'm here with a quick review of the SKW speaker cable. This was sent to me for a fair review. You see, it's quite nice. It's not janky at all, which is the first thing I look for. I can't stand a cable that looks terrible. This one looks really nice. It's covered with it's a wide gauge. I'm actually not entirely sure what gauge the cores are, but it's whatever, as the cores are perfectly encapsulated in a nice kind of cylindrical. It's a perfect tube covered with some kind of synthetic fiber mesh, which maybe doesn't feel the greatest, but does nice. It looks nice, and it's not like it's not like you're touching the stuff on a regular basis. It does look nice, especially from a distance. What I really like about this cable is that it does look nice, and that can matter in a cable. In fact, people pay like thousands of dollars for cables that look nice. It's unclear whether, or how much fancy cables actually do make an audible difference. But if they look nice, you feel nice. If you feel nice, maybe your music sounds a little bit better. Certainly, other people will notice if you have non-audiophile friends or a significant other. They might not like seeing a bunch of jank like I got back over there. Unfortunately, that can't be helped at the moment. One day, I would like to have a nice, clean cable prawn backdrop. But what else can I say? So, in terms of sound, I can only compare them to my reference Blue Jeans 10 White, which is the 10 gauge covered in a white sheath. It doesn't have like a huge, it's like a regular amount of insulation, I guess. And apparently, insulation in cables is not always a good thing because it can increase capacitance. This one has a lot of insulation. But what I can tell you is that I could not hear a difference between these and my Blue Jeans 10 Whites, which is good because I think the Blue Jean 10 White is a very nice cable. Now, I'm not much of a proponent of super amazing $1,000 cables. I'm not convinced that they make a difference. Maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't heard them. At least I have not heard them in a rigorous A/B blind testing scenario that I would need to hear it in order to feel confident about a conclusion like that. But I can tell you that they compare. I can't tell the difference between the very competent Blue Jeans, and I think it's very fair to say that they do look better. They're not janky at all. The connectors themselves, they're swappable. You can actually remove the connector interface, I guess, and you can swap out a banana plug for the little forks that allow you to, you can stick it underneath the connector and bolt it down for a more solid seal. I don't know. I read somewhere that with 60 pounds of pressure, it becomes more or less equivalent of a solder joint. I don't know if that's true or not, but you can swap it out, so that makes it flexible. You can use the bananas or those forks. They're all covered in, I guess, maybe some kind of a gold plate, as is normal with SKW cables. The only difference between the two is that one says SKW in red and one says SKW in white. I suppose that's nice from like an aesthetic standpoint. It is sort of a pain, like if you're digging the back behind your audio equipment and it's kind of dark. Sometimes it can be difficult to see, but I don't know. I use my phone light and I shine it on it occasionally, and I deal with it, right? So that's not a huge deal. It has a really nice choke here that I had to tighten it a little bit, but once it's tight, I mean, it's just really nice. It looks really cool. It doesn't impact sound quality, but it sure looks like it does. And that's kind of cool. Overall, for the price, I don't think you're going to find a better cable than this. This does everything you need it to do. It gives you the flexibility for however you want to connect it to your speakers and your amplifier. And it looks really nice. It sounds at least as good as a good, well-made cable like a Blue Jeans. Recommended.